U.S. stocks are rising on renewed hopes for an economic soft landing as positive economic data alleviates recession concerns following a significant market drop earlier this month. Since the S&P 500's largest three-day decline in over 2 years on August 5th, the index has rebounded more than 6%. This recovery is also reflected in the CBO Volatility Index, or Wall Street's fear gauge, which has fallen sharply from its 4-year highs. Reports on retail sales, inflation, and producer prices have eased worries about an economic slowdown that were triggered by weaker-than-expected employment data earlier this month. This positive data has led investors to return to previously successful trades, including big tech and small to mid-cap stocks. There was a real growth scare that had emerged, said Mona Mahajan, senior investment strategist at Edward Jones. Since then, what we've seen is the economic data has actually come out in a much more positive light. Key stocks of 2024 have rebounded strongly since August 5th. Nvidia, a major chip maker, has surged over 20%, and the Philadelphia SE Semiconductor Index has risen more than 14%. Small-cap stocks, which performed well in July, have also recovered, with the Russell 2000 up nearly 5%. Expectations for Federal Reserve rate cuts have shifted. As of late Thursday, futures tied to the Fed funds rate showed a 25% chance of a 50 basis point cut in September, down from around 85% on August 5th. The likelihood of a 25 basis point cut is now at 75%, suggesting the Fed might start easing in September. You can't rule out a hard landing entirely, but there's substantial reason to believe that economic momentum is being maintained, said Jim Baird, Chief Investment Officer at Plantmore and Financial Advisors. The Fed's future actions may become clearer next week when Chair Jerome Powell speaks at the central bank's annual Economic Policy Symposium in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Economists at BNP Paribas expect Powell to acknowledge enough progress on inflation to justify starting rate cuts. For the year, the S&P 500 is up over 16% and is close to its all-time high from July. Mahajan believes that a soft landing scenario combined with lower interest rates will broaden the rally to include more stocks beyond the major large-cap companies. Capital economics analysts predict that a U.S. economic soft landing will sustain the AI-driven market trend, forecasting the S&P 500 will reach 6,000 by the end of 2024, about 8% above Thursday's closing level. Despite the recent encouraging data, September is historically volatile, and investors will closely watch Nvidia's earnings and the next employment report on September 6th. There's been a sigh of relief in the market, clearly, said Quincy Crosby, Chief Global Strategist at LPL Financial. The question now is whether the upcoming payroll report will confirm current expectations of a soft landing.